Flying can be stressful enough, especially now. Hey guys, what's up? My name is Jen. I am a former flight attendant turned travel agency owner of my very own travel agency, Find a Palm Travel. We are a full service travel agency. And if you would like to connect about your vacation or trip that you are needing to take, all my information is going to be linked in the description down below. So go ahead and check that out and we can connect. Today, I'm taking a moment to step away from my work and make this video because I think it is very important for you guys to know that there are other ways other than face masks to help prevent illness during flights. As a former flight attendant and constantly being in the air, I have tried some things that are definitely worth sharing with you guys so you can also help prevent illness, even though there are going to be other people around that are maskless. If you guys would go ahead and like and subscribe, also connect with us at Pine to Palm Travel on all other platforms. Okay, so for this first thing I'm going to talk about, it is mind-blowing to me that this is even a thing. And if you guys know why this has become a thing, please go ahead and comment down below because I really want to know. And this is staying awake all night and not getting any sleep before your flight because you will sleep on the flight. I understand it more if you are leaving your destination and it's your flight coming home. You want to make the most of your last night or day there, but getting rest before you travel is extremely important. So staying awake and depriving yourself of sleep before the flight is not a good idea. This sets you up to already have a disadvantage. You are already tired. Your immune system is already going to be somewhat compromised because you're not getting the allocated sleep that you would typically get. If you guys didn't know, missing sleep only adds up. And you need to make that up when you go into the next few days of your trip or when you arrive home and are recovering from your trip. You are setting yourself up in the negative for the amount of sleep you have had. One of the best things you can do for your body to keep it healthy. It's one of the best things you can do for your mental state to keep you from getting overly stressed out and more irritable as well. You have no idea what the flight situation is going to be once you get on that aircraft. Who knows? You could have a baby screaming the whole time. You could have an emergency happen. Sorry, I know to mention it, but you want to be all the way there if something happens in the air. Also, you just can't predict what's going to happen with your seat assignment or who your seatmates might be in the row. The sleep you are getting on an aircraft is not as great quality. Actually, I can guarantee the sleep you're going to get on an aircraft is not going to be the same quality of sleep that you would get in a bed. I highly recommend getting some sort of rest before your flight. Moving right along, we're going to talk about food and alcohol. This is probably something that you guys are not going to like, but it is better for you to avoid the food on the airplane and avoid alcohol on the airplane. Your taste buds are much more dull in the air, causing you to not be able to taste things as well as when you are on the ground. So this causes the catering companies to add so much sodium to each airplane meal, especially if you're on first class or you are on a flight that a meal is being served, there is going to be almost double the amount of sodium in that meal than you would eating something when you're on the ground. Again, this is just because they wanted you to actually taste something when you're eating that meal. But we all know that an excess of sodium can be the cause of many different things. It's going to add extra puffiness and swelling to you, especially if you're someone that reacts to sodium like that. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed that your belly gets more bloated when you are flying. This is super common. Is actually called jet belly. You are more prone to get bloated and get bubbles while you're traveling in the air. Avoiding eating these high sodium foods are going to help your stomach. If you can avoid the carbonated drinks, the carbonation only adds to that bubble feeling in your stomach. I would recommend bringing your own food, as you can bring food onto flights. Just be careful with any liquids, or eating a big meal before you get on the plane. I know for any long duration flight, it is going to be tough to avoid that meal. Just make good decisions and you will definitely notice that you are feeling better during the flight and after the flight. Keeping in mind your gut health, it is one factor that will help you prevent from getting sick and feeling sick from flying. Now, alcohol, I'm very torn on, but the truth of the matter is if you avoid alcohol, the better you're going to feel. You know, after a night of drinking, usually you're not sleeping as well, which goes back to getting a good night's rest before you get on the flight. In the air, alcohol doubles the effect. So having one drink is really equal to 2 drinks, and so on and so forth. Having 4 drinks is equal to 8. I know a lot of you like to have your drinks on the plane to maybe help relieve your stress, or because it's the start of your vacation, you just want to enjoy a nice adult beverage. I don't blame you at all, but if you're truly trying to make sure that you feel your best when flying, you want to avoid any alcohol at all. The best thing to do is drink water. Yes, hydrate. If you are someone who flies and have never heard to hydrate on a plane, I don't know where you've been, but airplanes are extremely dry. There's a constant airflow in the aircraft, and this can cause a ton of dryness. Drinking about a liter an hour is going to be the best thing to go by. If you can drink more, drink more. I know this can cause a lot of issues with going to the bathroom, but if you drink a lot of water in your everyday life, your body does adjust to taking in that much liquid. If you add the alcohol onto the dehydration that can happen while flying, I have seen so many people passing out, getting ill, not feeling well. This can again cause your immune system to be compromised, make you more likely to catch something while you're flying. It is a good idea to be drinking water during any type of travel to help prevent this from happening. Okay, something that I have done since before the whole 2020 situation is wiping down my area on an aircraft. When I was first becoming a flight attendant, I remember reading a statistic that 60% of airplane tray tables actually have traces of MRSA on them. This freaked me out, to say the least. I think it's absolutely disgusting, but after being a flight attendant, I definitely believe it, because people use the tray tables for literally everything. Anything from eating, putting their snot rags on, kids laying across them, changing babies' diapers on them, and people getting sick on them. They are full of germs. I hate to break it to you guys, but they do not wipe down the tray tables like you wish they would in between every flight. So I personally always wipe down the tray table with a sanitary wipe. Some other things I pay attention to are the armrest and below the armrest, because usually your hands will curl under. And I also wipe my seatbelt buckle, just because of course that is something everyone is going to be touching and does not get focused on when cleaning in between flights. If you are at a window seat, you might want to just wipe down the window and the wall next to you, because a lot of times there are people either sleeping or leaning on that window, or they're going to be leaned against it, or they like have their faces pressed against the window. Oh, and if you have a TV screen monitor to watch movies or TV on, wipe that down as well. Sorry to admit this to you guys, but I have seen people pick their nose and then go right to the screen. Mask, no mask, I've seen this happen. I personally think that it is fine if you decide to wear a mask or not. That is your personal decision. There are things you can be doing to keep yourself healthy while flying. Make sure that you're making good choices with your food, getting that rest, hydrate, and then continue to wipe down those areas. Again, if you're really sick, you should not be traveling at all. You never know how your body is going to react being at that altitude. Nobody wants to get sick while enjoying their vacation. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any other tips and tricks that you do when flying to help keep yourself healthy, go ahead and put them in the comments below. I would love to know. Of course, you guys, I'm not a doctor. Please ask your health professional about any things that you can be doing to help prevent you from getting sick and staying healthy when traveling. I'm sure they will have the best suggestions. That is all I have for now. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.